Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andy Elliott. Welcome to the One Percenter podcast. Every single day, I like to introduce you guys to people that are just kicking ass, doing cool shit, people that have either invented maybe like technology that's changing the game. You guys know I'm in the sales world, right? Sales, entrepreneurship, business, entrepreneurship, all of those things. I love it. I love seeing people get to new levels in life. There's certain ways to grow. There's inventory. Maybe sometimes people need new inventory to grow. They need buildings. Maybe you need a new building to grow. Maybe human capital, right? Maybe you need better people, right? And then there's technology. Technology right now, my company has scaled massively because we've taken on the right technology. I have a mentor of mine, his name's Patrick Bet Dave, and he says, dude, you need to have the right systems and processes, and you need to have the right technology. And if you're not willing to invest in the right systems and processes, your team and your company and your people can't make it, and your business will never grow. And if you don't have the right technology, your team, your business, your systems, your processes, your company can't grow. And if you're not getting the results you want right now, pay attention. If you have a team, this could be the video, the education that you needed that'll take your life to the next level with technology. So guys, I'm going to introduce this amazing team. I want to maybe talk a little bit about like why you guys created this product, right? What the product is and like what problems it's solving and who it's for. So let's rip. I'm going to start with you real quick because you seem like you're ready to just chew that microphone off.
I'm ready, baby. Let's do it.
Okay. And by the way, these are some good friends of mine. So anybody that I have, people that I do business with, that I'm noticing that all other people around the world are starting to do business with, I'm like, oh, okay. So these guys are badasses. They got something kick-ass to share. Let's share it with you guys. You guys are one decision away from changing your life forever. Sometimes it's just maybe you don't know what you don't know, right? Like
That's
maybe
right.
they've been using something else. Maybe they've been using 3 different things. There could be one thing. And by the way, technology. The more systems that your sales team has to learn, the more confused they are. The less out there to use it.
Yeah,
You know
and the quicker they're going to turn over those new reps
facts.
coming in.
Listen, I'm a sales rep.
Yeah.
I'm a business owner. I'm all this, but at heart, I hate learning new technology, even though that I have to.
Yeah.
So I like to learn one system. And I think you guys have created one system. Is that right?
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's rip on this.
Yeah. So a little bit of background. My business partners
And
came
what's
to
the
me.
name of the company?
NOC Pro.
Cool.
Yep.
And so who's it for?
It is for door-to-door salespeople.
I love it.
If you're knocking doors trying to make sales, it's for you.
Pest control, alarms, solar, siding, roofs,
All of
anything
it.
like that?
Everything.
Okay, good. So anything.
Yeah, if
that
you're a
we're
real
going
estate
to
agent, you're flipping deals,
anything.
all
Love
that
it.
stuff.
Okay, got it. All right, roll.
Yeah, so our background, my partners came to me a few years ago. They had started a solar company. They were like, hey, dude, come knock with us for a little bit. I'm a software engineer. I'm a nerd. They were like, come try this out. So I went and knocked, and just getting on board onto the process was a mess. It was horrible. I was using like 3 or 4 different apps. It was crazy. You know, I did a few blitzes with them, and then they came to me and like, dude, what if we built our own app? Could we build our own app for our company? I was like, look, that's nuts, man. Like, that's crazy. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. Like, let's do it. So yeah, a few years ago, they went all in. They were like, we're going to build this thing. We're going to build NOC Pro. And we did that from the ground up.
That's awesome.
Within the first 6 months to a year, we had a beta out, and then we used it with their company and started building it. We took feedback from reps, and we said, what features do you guys want? And they're out using a bunch of competitors' apps and saying, these guys have this, these guys do this better, but we want this. You know, these guys don't do this well enough. And so, yeah, that's kind of how NOC Pro was born. It was this idea of let's build something by salesmen instead of just someone coming up with some product idea.
So literally you took everything that was on the market, right, that was available in technology.
Yep.
You literally took everything that you knew that every salesperson needed to have to become successful. You guys put it all into one. So it's one system. Everybody learns that system. And any door knocking company can use this system, and it will use everything that they need. They will need nothing else.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Exactly. That's the goal.
Let's talk about what all is inside of it. Is that cool?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Some user features, some stuff like that, so
Yeah.
people can understand and get their head around this monster that you guys built. That,
sure.
by the way, was designed to not be complicated, right? Because when tech people make stuff, they make it by tech people for tech people, and it should be made by a salesperson.
Exactly.
That's right.
Because the end user is the salesperson,
That's right.
and that's the reason why I think everybody loves y'all's product is because salespeople. No disrespect. We got ADD. We have short attention spans. We don't want to spend time learning shit. We want to go make money and hit doors.
That's right.
And so we want to make sure that like the efficiency of learning, that learning curve is very quick because we want to go make money. Like we want to hunt, not learn technology.
100%.
Exactly.
And you want to play with technology, we want to hunt. But so you hunted, you learned what the problems were, and then you helped this company build this. They beta tested it in their own company to make sure that it was flawless. and then now it's going out to the world and everybody's starting to use it everywhere.
Yep, exactly.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andy. A lot of you leave comments telling me that you need help. Do me a favor. I'm going to tell you the best way to get a hold of me. Shoot me a text message right now, 918-210-0254. 918-210-0254. I'll help you with whatever you need. I got your back for life. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so let's talk about what's inside of it.
Yeah, so the first biggest pain point we wanted to tackle was onboarding. You know, when a new rep goes and starts knocking for a company, there's like 5 different softwares, sometimes even more. They got to get logins for everything. They're going in, logging in, trying to make sure everything works. We said, okay, we want to make this completely seamless. So from the app itself, you can literally go in, you put in the new rep's information, and you can go create them an email, you can go send them documents, all from one button. You literally go in, you fill that information out, you click a button, they're going to get text messages, emails with all their new information. It's going to say, hey, here's an email created for you for your new job and your new company, right? Here's all the information about where to go download the app. Here's all of your onboarding information, so it'll give you your username and password. Then once you go and download the app and get onto the app, there's going to be a list of onboarding questions you're given that's customizable by the company, so they can collect any information that they want on the rep. And this is after they've gone and signed their documents, W-9s, everything like that. So they get in, and then once they're into the app itself, they have training, so they're ready to go. So they can go watch videos, you know, how to go close someone, how to go make a set on a door,
So it's an
something like that.
internal training system.
Yep.
And literally from the second they start, it runs them A to Z.
Yep.
And so it houses everything.
Yeah, and we also give them the option to upload their own training. So if they don't want to use ours, they can go put their own stuff in if they've created
So
videos
you guys
or
already
pitches.
have training in there, and then companies can add in all their own stuff.
Yeah,
as
they can
well.
customize it.
They can remove, they can add, they can do whatever they want their people to see, they can see.
Exactly.
right.
But it already has stuff in there that other companies have been very successful with.
Yep.
So they can watch that and decide what they want to keep, what they don't.
Exactly.
Is that right?
100%.
And,
Yep.
and obviously train their own team, put their own faces in the platform themselves.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So when they're hired on, they see the leader in there.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
100%.
All right, let's keep rolling.
And obviously the main feature is for door knocking, right? Our canvassing tool. So we've got a map feature in there. You can go, you can create leads. One of the biggest pain points people was having was scheduling. Scheduling is kind of a rough thing in this industry. So we built our entirely own scheduling system. So you can create a round robin. You can go add closers to it. The app will track all of that for you. Setters can see on the doors, you know, if they're knocking, they see what appointments are ready to go, and they can create appointments right there with people that they find that are ready to sign up. On top of canvassing, they can send out areas to people. So back in the day, it was you go to Google Maps and you draw something on your phone and you text it to someone. But in the app right there, you can literally go draw an
Dropped off in
area.
the neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's how it was, right? So now in the app, you can go draw an area, and then as soon as you assign it to someone, they'll get a notification on their phone that says, hey, you know what, you were assigned this area, NOC Pro, click on it. They can go get directions to that area, and they're ready to go and hit the ground running knocking. So
That's badass.
yeah, it's great. And then on top of that, we track KPIs. So your home screen, your dashboard, you're going to see a bunch of metrics for your company, and you can see it based off of your region or office, or you can see it company-wide, stuff like that.
So full accountability of numbers, what everybody's doing.
Exactly,
All
yeah.
from one user dashboard.
Yeah, in sales, people want to, you know, there's a lot of comparisons. They want to say, hey, am I doing better than Johnny over here?
Well,
Like,
dude, competitiveness is super important. If there's no scoreboard, nobody's going to try hard.
exactly.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't have. Well, number one, all those systems, they live in different places. So one username, one password, everything lives in one hub. When somebody demos, let's just give an example, and you show them the inside of this, they're going to visually see it, right? Because we like visualization so people can actually see how it looks. When they see that, literally you just take everything that they have now, which they're probably paying for multiple tools, and then it just goes to one, and everything is housed in that one system.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk real quick. Obviously, you've used it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've used it.
Let's talk about how the team feels using it when you were beta testing it.
It's kind of like a sigh of relief, you know.
Like especially onboarding new people, because there's a lot of churn
Yeah.
rate in the solar industry. I mean, we have our veterans, we have our people that are with us for life. They've got this shit pegged.
Yeah.
They appreciate efficiency, right? One place to go to everything.
Yeah.
But what about the new people? Let's talk about that.
I mean, you guys are in sales. You know the time between when you've closed a sale to when they actually get delivered the product. That's kind of like the scariest time. And if that process isn't very smooth, that's when you can lose people.
Right.
And so if you're recruiting a lot of people, like, most companies are,
trying
and
to
you're
bring
bringing a lot of new people in, and it's not a smooth process. They're already looking for a reason to, like, yeah, this isn't for me. I don't want to go knock doors. Like, don't give them a reason.
Yeah.
And so
They got enough battling battling them externally outside the company to have internal
That's right.
confusion.
That's right. And learning to sell is hard enough. You add on top of that, like trying to figure out the system. And when they're sitting down with the customer, they're feeling nervous. They're trying to close this customer. If that app isn't working properly,
Frustration.
they're going to be frustrated. And who are they going to blame? The people that didn't give them the right tools to succeed.
Hustle Summit 2. It's right around the corner, y'all. What I want to do is get you in the room. Last time, Hustle Summit, the very first one, it was standing room only. We packed the house in less than 30 days. What I want you to do is don't take my word for it. Don't take my advice. Listen to what the people that actually showed up.
Information has been on point that you can go home and actually start doing right now.
We're part of Eric's coaching program, but his specific form of sales, he speaks well in teaching us what to do on these calls.
The energy is super vibrant. Obviously, Eric's bringing up all the heat here.
To get my frequency up, man, this has been the perfect place. High energy levels, man, and so it's going great so far.
The energy is infectious. The people, everybody's here is ready to get after it. Everybody here is wanting to make a change in their life or their business. You're walking into a different reality.
I know that he has a track record of doing this business at a high level. So salespeople respect high-level salespeople. Hustle Summit Live. Make sure you're at the next one.
And for those of you that are wondering, is this for me? Yes, this is for you. Whether you're just thinking about getting started in the wholesale industry, you're working that 9 to 5, you're in the rat race wondering, how do I get out of this? You may be a wholesaler that just can't get consistent results, or you're thinking about building a team and you don't know where to go from here. Or all you realtors out there wondering, can I get out of the traditional real estate and go into the wholesaling where I hear about these big, fat, juicy spreads that my commissions possibly couldn't equate to? If that is for you, you're qualified to put your ass in the room. And for everybody that's wondering, where is Hustle Summit 2 gonna be? It's in Scottsdale, Arizona, y'all, at the Lion's Den, Andy Elliott's office. I'm telling you, this is the place that you want to be. I'm gonna show you how to consistently make between $20,000 to $100,000 a year, like clockwork, so you can finally get paid what you're worth. Scottsdale, Arizona, the Lion's Den.
Succeed. And so for me, my role at the company, I'm on the board. I'm an investor in NOC Pro. I was in the door-to-door space for 10 years. And moved into venture capital, and so I see hundreds of companies a month to go and invest in, especially because people know I've been in the door-to-door space. I see a lot of door-to-door technologies, and so I get to see what else is out there. And it was really clear for me that the second I saw what was being built here, that this was the right investment to make and the right team behind it to make it happen. And so I know the pains of leading a team. I know what it feels like. Moving your family out, bringing 10 people with you that believed in you, trusted in you to go work with you, and the stress that comes with that. And, if I had had a product like this, 10 years ago, I feel like, it would have been a little bit easier for me.
Okay.
So
I want to ask a question. Companies.
Yeah.
Pivoting, switching, training, switching technology, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say I have a broken system, and a lot of companies have broken systems.
Yep.
Everybody bitches, everybody complains, but to go change something, it just seems like a nightmare. So we just live in nightmare land because nobody can make a decision, right?
Yeah.
How long does it take to get everybody switched over?
I mean, we can do it within
I mean, I don't care how
a
many
week or
reps you
two.
got, but that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
A week or two. And by
Yeah.
the way, does all that stuff happen behind the scenes so they continue to use what they currently have until this thing's ready to go live?
Yeah.
And then.
And because they're only switching over to one app, it's very quick, right?
That's right.
And on top of that, we're actually building it out right now. Everyone else says book a demo. We'll onboard you. We'll talk about pricing later. We're actually building it out right now so people can sign up themselves. We're going to make it a totally automated process. So literally, it'll take you however long it takes you to go through, 30 minutes to an hour, right? We'll give you the ability to go sign your company up and get rolling with NOC Pro. And that's the goal here. We really want to make that transition as seamless as possible.
Self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I'm telling you right now, every company that I talk to, there's either two things that people complain about. We can't get our people up to speed, or we can't hire the right people, right? Which that's all a leadership issue. But if you're a good leader and you got a good team, or you want to bring on the right people, how about we think about the way that we brought these people on? The way that you onboard somebody into a company
That's their
determines
first
whether they make
experience
it or
with
not.
you.
Yeah, so it's like your first date.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Isn't it crazy? And I know that you guys will know this, but I want you to think about this too. Isn't it crazy? We'll sit down with somebody and we'll give them a 2-hour, we'll recruit them for 2 hours. Let me tell you why you need to come here. Let me tell you why we're the freaking best. Let me tell you what your life's going to look like. Let me show you what this looks like big picture. We show them what's on the other side of coming into our company. Am I right? They haven't joined yet, but we paint a picture of what, like, showing them what it's like on the other side. Like, once they come in, this is what you're going to see. And then once they're on board, it's a fucking shit show.
Yep.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is embarrassing. And by the way, that's not the way businesses were supposed to be built, okay? So this is a piece of technology that literally is one system that allows your company to be friction-free. Just everything rolls nice and smooth. Can you have someone enter their name, get them an email, put their information in there, push a button, everything starts. And from that point, nobody can screw it up. Am I right?
Correct.
It's physically impossible.
Yep.
Okay, so a little bit right now. Individuals can use it, right? You said individuals can come on, and if you're a single user, you guys can click the link below. You can set up a demo in the description box. It was built for companies, though. It was built to use for masses. You know, it's very affordable. By the way, everybody understand this. It's super affordable. You know, I get things are going to cost me money. What it's costing you right now not to have the right systems and processes to make it is crazy. By the way, Patrick Bet-David, I started at the beginning of this because I study a handful of people in this world. You know who he is, Patrick Bet-David? You watch him? Okay, I study a handful of people, and this guy just always seems to be ahead of the mark, right?
Yeah.
Like he's always about a year,
He's
ahead
really
of everyone else, and that's why he's just growing because he's doing it first. He said in the next year you're going to need to learn about 18 new skills to keep up with if you want to be number one in your industry. He didn't say one new skill. He said 18 new skills. So I just want you to think about that. Anything that can be taught is a skill. Mm-hmm. Technology is a skill. It really is. It's a piece of technology. It's a resource. It is a skill. It is something that allows you to have an unfair advantage over a competitor. That's right. If a competitor has the same commodity as you, they sell solar, you sell solar, they sell pest control, you sell pest control, they sell alarms, you sell alarms. You have the same people, but you can make people feel more comfortable in your company and feel like they're in a circle of safety in which they can use the technology right, and they feel like that they are going to make it. They'll stay long enough to get up to speed. You'll outperform them with the same people, the same product, and better technology.
100%.
It's so crazy, man.
And my grandfather, he was a farmer, and he used to say if he didn't buy the new piece of technology that was coming out, he already paid for it because the loss of production compared to all of his competitors. And so I see this as the exact same thing. If you're not pushing the edge of the technology, giving your team the best resources possible because of the cost, well, you've already paid for it, so you might as well.
Yeah, well, the God of this world is comfort, right? And honestly, the pain of like staying the change and the pain of changing, most people will live in the pain of staying the same,
right?
And the pain of changing is easier.
1,000%.
But they think and they fear, because fear, they're just like, oh my God, I don't know. What could this do to our people? Right. What is it doing to your people now? If you have one person in your company that should have made it and they didn't, that's one person that you lost that you could have made more money with. By the way, if one person had an issue with it, that means everybody's having an issue with it. And I guarantee a lot of people just aren't speaking up. And that's why the churn rate's high. Yeah. I love churn rate. Our company, if I onboard 100 people, at the end of the year, I still have 90 of them with me. So we have a 10% churn rate. And I don't mean employees, I'm talking like customers, right? Right. So the churn rate, and by the way, cancellations, you guys talked about cancellations. Yeah. Most people in this industry have massive cancellations. And the reason why they have cancellations is because they don't know where they are. They don't know where deals are at. They don't know where they stand on the leaderboard. Nobody can really look into one dashboard, one system, see everything that's going on. You talked about from scheduling to canvassing to, figuring out where do I stand at right now in the company to how can I train. How do I know that if I hired 5 people today, they got onboarded right? Can you go into the system and see where they're at in the onboarding process, what they filled out, what they didn't fill out, what they've checked off?
Absolutely. Yeah,
dude, it's priceless, man. I mean, to me, I think it would take 5 or 6 babysitters, managers, or leaders to operate a sales floor where literally you could have one piece of technology and one person overseeing that piece of technology, even with a team of 1,000 people.
And that's exactly what we talk to people all the time. You know, they say,
expenses.
well, I've got it working right now. I've got 3 people in my office, and they send out a Google form, and then this person creates an email, and then this person gets the login for this app, and so I'm like they can be doing something else that's way better for your company, way more productive for your company.
Well,
that's
dude,
the point,
you
right?
save on expenses.
Yeah.
I got a piece of technology that literally, and I don't like to say I like replace people, but that replaced three people.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't want to replace these people, but it replaced 3 people. It's one piece of technology. The cool thing I like about technology is technology don't have bad days. Technology doesn't wake up and go, oh, I don't feel like working today.
No, it does
Or,
not.
oh, I forgot to send that PDF over. Or, oh, I forgot to get that packet. Or, oh, I forgot to store that shit. It's like, it just does what it does. And since you guys programmed it, you built it right. And by the way, you wouldn't have invested in it if you didn't know it was going to be successful.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, being a sales guy, but being in the door-to-door, you don't take bets you know you can't win.
No, 100%. And you bring up a good point. I actually invested in some technology. It was a robot in these 3PLs, like these big shipping facilities. And the cost of the machine, I think it was like $100,000. But they were when we would pitch it, the cost of the machine was the same amount as the cost of labor for all those jobs that it was doing.
Wow. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video. As you're hearing us talk about NOC Pro, dude, this stuff's a game changer. Everybody in the world's using it. It's absolutely a game changer for every team. Look, all I want you to do is get a free demo. You can decide whether it's right for you or not, but once you see what's on the inside of this, you're literally going to freak out, okay? So we talked about it a little bit. We want to give you a free demo, F-R-E-E. It's my favorite four-letter F word. It's free. Like, it doesn't cost anything. You just go down the description box, you click on the link, and literally set up a demo. Check it out. It'll change your life. Guys, I love you. If you follow me all the time, you know I'm a freak when it comes to sales and building great culture and building great teams. Most importantly, hitting the results. And if you want to go to higher results, there's technology that exists that will change your life. Click on the link below. Get your free demo. Let's get back to the video.
You would think, oh, we're going to come in and give you this technology and it's going to be cheaper than all this personnel. But why do you think they did it? Why do you think they still bought? It cost the same amount to employ all those people that this robot was going to do.
Well, because you can rely on that robot every day. Robots don't get tired.
Yeah, they're not going to no-show.
Yeah, robots don't go home and drink. Robots don't get in fights with their wives in the morning.
No, they do not.
You know what I mean? Robots, robots just, they're robots. And by the way, like, we all knew, like, everybody together. It's not like, oh my God, technology is coming. They've been saying it forever that it was coming.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is that I think it makes the employees or the team or the people that are with us feel more confident with the right technology. One person doing this job, running this app, making sure that the right people get into it, and just watching it roll makes that one person that works for you feel super confident that they're doing their job right.
1,000%.
Like, it makes happy employees when there's structure. You know when people aren't happy? When there's no structure. And dude, if you take structure out of a company, you know what you have? You're 1 month from going out of business. You have a shit show rat race in which everybody constantly is trying to piece everything together every freaking day. It's massive chaos, especially in a world where there's shortage of leadership. I get you could have the greatest leader in the history of time. I've worked for companies before that I was such a good leader that everything was duct taped together, and I was just like this magical music conductor. And every day I was exhausted. And once we started to put in the right structure, it allowed me to actually be at peace and actually do what I do best, which is growing the team, increasing profits, increasing volume.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. If you're the owner of this sales business or this real estate business or whatever it is going door to door, you shouldn't be spending your time on the onboarding process. You shouldn't be spending your time making sure that people are going through all those trainings. It should be all in one spot. You need to be focusing on the big picture,
what
the
makes
vision.
Us money? Yeah, everybody's energy in every company. Like my company, if you guys have ever just been around here for a little bit, you'll see everybody's energy and efforts is on growing the company, customer service, and growing revenue. I mean, that's all we do. And nobody's doing anything else. If you go outside, everybody's on the phone right now. I mean, they're just all on the phone. They're running around. They're all on the phone. They're everywhere. They're not lost. And since they have structure in the company, they have the freedom to give their best to their work. And dude, the fastest way to kill salespeople got to handle rejection. They got to handle uncertainty sometimes. I mean, it's certain that it will eventually pay off, right? But the uncertainty of sometimes, people not being home, timing. You can do the right thing. If you do it at the wrong time, it doesn't work. Sometimes you get a neighborhood, no one's home, you knock all day long. With technology, there was a new tool that came out. I was in the automotive business when I was younger, and it was a payment tool. And literally, we were learning leasing. This leasing, it was my worst month I ever had in the car business. My very worst month. My company.
You still sold a cool 80 cars though, right?
Dude, no, but I was a general manager at this time.
Okay.
But there was this new leasing tool. I almost quit the job and just quit because I used the same tool for about 7 years. And by the way, it wasn't very good, so they knew there was a problem and they needed to fix it. But it worked, and we knew how to use this shitty tool and make money. But this other thing came in, and honestly, I didn't believe in it. I feel like the people that were teaching me were tech people that were teaching me. And I was saying, yeah, but that's not how we do it.
That's not our process.
Yeah, but I kept saying, yeah, that's not how we do it. And they said, no, listen, you need to learn this.
No.
And I was like, yeah, but that's not how we do it. And I remember asking the guy, he was the guy that was training us. I said, have you ever been in sales at all? He's like, no. He's like, but I know how this works. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, does anyone hear me? This doesn't flow. There's a disconnect in this deal. And so anyways, I was trying to figure out this lease payment at one time, and it wouldn't figure it out right, or I couldn't understand how this guy was telling me how to use it. And literally the customer that I built 2 hours of time with that fell in love with me, they didn't buy, and because I looked like an amateur. And I was so good at being confident in this area, even with the piece of broken tool, that I honestly went home that night and I felt like just quitting my job. Because I said, if that's how it's going to feel, I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. And I feel like we're in an era right now that people, if things don't, because we're in an era where technology should be at its best.
Right.
Okay. We're so lucky to be alive right now in 2024 of May when we're shooting this video that technology is the best it's ever been, and every company, no matter how much it costs, should be using the greatest technology. Period. No matter what it costs. The cost of spending 3 months with an employee who doesn't make it is $15,000 or more, or $30,000. And how many times does that happen over and over again? And as $250,000 flushes out of the door, they won't spend a couple thousand over here. Or they won't change something, or they won't make things better for your people. As a leader, your job is to protect your people, to make it easier for them so they can focus on the one thing they need to do, which is make revenue, make calls, and have a damn good attitude, and keep everything else out of their head. Let them go to work. Well, so anyways, we ended up canceling that deal, and we had another company that they demoed with, it was built by a guy that was like one of the top sales reps and managers.
I'm telling you.
And we killed it with this thing. And everything that we were looking for, it was there. So if anybody right now goes, yeah, because I can hear people. They're like, yeah, we've tried some different technology, didn't work. Shut your mouth. It's 2024. If you haven't seen this demo, if you haven't seen it, you need to click the link below, and you guys need to do a demo, first foremost. And then secondly, until you go through something and check something out, you don't ever know what you're missing.
That's right.
Like, people assume and they think that they know it all, and no one knows anything. Every day in my company, I see something new every day that makes me go, I had no idea that existed. There's an AI tool. Copywriting is super important for like funnels and certain things because we have a coaching company. There's an AI tool that Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins use, and they built it themselves. Wow. 70 years experience from them. I had no idea it existed. I used it just 2 days ago, and when I was typing in kind of the way that I think, what I wanted, but then along with how they think, which they're the godfathers of this generation of entrepreneurship, all this, and I clicked that AI button and I saw what it can do, I go, oh my God. Like,
Game
this
changer.
is unfair. Like, number one, I almost want to say, what would I have to pay you to not give it to anyone else? Because like, this will make me billions. Like, I have to use this. I'm like, dude, I didn't know that existed. And I think a lot of people think it sounds too good to be true, or it's inefficient. You guys did a good job. The money wouldn't have been spent. You wouldn't have spent 2 or 3 years. It wouldn't have been beta tested. Guys, there's 3 years of trial to make sure that this thing was badass before it was brought to market. Now that it's being brought to market, all of our greatest solar companies are already switching over and using it, and they're loving it. And I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to share it with the world. So super important. I think everybody has a good idea kind of what's going on, who it's for, the problem it solves, how easy it is to use. There's nothing to oversell. It's just go click on the link, do a demo. If you look at it and you're like, dude, this is kick-ass, make a change. You know, if you want a bigger future, if you want to make more money, if you want to onboard more, I think everybody wants to onboard some new talent, some more people.
100%.
Okay, dude, give these people a new experience. And the people that you're loyal to that are currently in your company, dude, if you love them, they deserve the best technology. They deserve it. I want you to think, like, my people deserve the best.
And some of them aren't talking to you straight.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
not. They're frustrated with whatever it is that you're using, but they don't want to tell you.
Exactly.
Like they'll say, "Hey, this isn't working," but that's not really how they're feeling.
Yeah,
and I think they're probably more frustrated than you think.
Yeah, the thing with NOC Pro is literally everyone at our company has gone out and sold. Like, I never thought I'd go knock a door in my life, but I had to go do it because I had to understand the product. And I think that's the biggest difference.
That's huge.
There.
And venture capital, we see so much technology come through. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's technology built by a professor and some brainiac that sees a problem from the ivory tower and thinks, oh, I've got the silver bullet, I'm going to solve this. And that's the number one mistake.
And from their brain, it does solve it. The problem is they're not down here on the ground with us, and they don't understand what happens.
No. Exactly.
No,
it's like making a gun, but never shooting one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It can't be
in theory,
done.
This should work, but if you shoot a gun and then you make one, well, that's like the double-edged sword.
Yeah, you
that's
don't.
How you take out a whole
You don't understand the little problems until you're actually in the thick of it. That's exactly what our thought process is.
Exactly. Sales brain is different than a tech brain.
Very, very different.
Yeah, if you put the two together, you're dangerous. So, guys, super important. This right here, I believe this is a missing piece. I always tell people, I'm like, there's a missing piece to your puzzle. There's a missing piece, okay? And so what's that next result? Like, how's that going to happen? Well, number one, it's all with your people. It's all with your company. It's all in your structure. Remember I said, Patrick Bet-David said you'll learn 18 new skills this next year. This might be the missing piece to your puzzle to learn the next piece to your skill. So click the link below. Super simple. Don't make a decision. Just do a demo. Show up on the call. See how it works. I guarantee you'll be blown away. Our goal this year is to make you more money than ever in this next 3 or 4 years. I think during the solar boom, you guys want to get ahead? This is your opportunity. You're going to need the best people. You're going to need the best culture. You're going to need the best technology. You have a lot of new people right now. If you're planning on big dreams, you're going to need more people. You're going to need the current people you have right now to just focus on selling. And I think things are going to continue to evolve. And I think this is going to be the leading tool that's going to take over the whole space. So why not be an early adopter?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Dude, listen, I'm always going to be the person that signs up before my competitors because I'm going to start crushing their ass early. Okay? So anyways, love you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for sharing everything. Hell yeah. Guys, have a blessed day, man. Much love. I know you guys are going to set up your demo, and then I'll see you in the next podcast. Let's go. Hey guys, I just want to tell you, you're the true 1%ers. You made it till the end of the video. Do me a favor, share it with the friend that wants to go to another level. Make sure you like the video, comment below so I know who you are, set your notifications, and then subscribe to the channel. We got daily sales training videos dropping. I'll see you soon.
Not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required.